Hello guys, so we are back again. So today we are going to complete our subjective problems. The last the last few 15 subjective problems which are left, and then we will move on to previous year questions. Okay. Hmm. Okay, the question is as follow: if the roots of x square minus ax plus b equal to 0 are real and differ by a quantity which is less than c. Okay, we have given one condition: roots are real and differ by, means alpha minus beta differ by less than c. Okay, c is greater than 0 means it is positive number. Prove that b lies between this. Okay, now how we will prove this? Now they have given us one condition, which is that d is real means d is greater than 0, and the second condition which they have given is if alpha minus beta are the root, then they are less than by amount of, differ means they are differ each other by amount of c, and when there is difference we don't know the root's nature, we take mod. Okay, now first this condition, from this what we can get: a square minus 4b, okay, should be greater than 0. Then what we are getting, 4b should be less than a square, so b should be less than a square by 4. Okay, now what we are getting, if I square both the side, I will get alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha into beta should be less than c, right guys? Now what I can write, this I can write alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta, and here I have again 2 alpha beta which is less than c. Now what I can write, alpha plus beta is a square minus 4 into alpha beta which is less than c. Now a square minus 4 alpha into beta is b, which I will write here. Here it is c, sorry, it will be c square, c square, c square, c square. Okay, now what I will get, a square minus c square upon 4. Okay, b, so b should be greater than this value, a square minus c square minus 4. So this is the minimum value and this is the maximum value. Okay, so b belongs from 1 by 4 a square minus c square, right, to a square by 4. Okay, so we are done with this question. Just identify the conditions and just apply them. This question was based on identifying the condition and applying them. Okay, moving on to next question, which is as follow: if the quadratic equation x square plus bx plus c a equal to 0 and x square plus cx plus ab, where a not equal to 0, b not equal to c, have a common root, prove that the equation containing their other root is x square plus ax plus bc equal to. Now let's see. If let me explain this. If x square plus bx plus c a equal to 0, this they have given, these two are quadratic equation, x square plus cx plus ab equal to 0. Now if this has root alpha and this root has beta, okay, now they have common root, so it will also have one root alpha, same, and let's assume it has other root gamma. Now it is telling to find us the quadratic equation which are formed by the other roots, means beta and gamma. So what the quadratic equation can be formed: beta plus gamma, x plus beta into gamma, right? Now we have to find the summation of these two and the product of these two. Now first let's find the common root. If alpha is the common root, I can put alpha here and substitute here. Then what I am getting, alpha square plus b alpha plus c a equal to 0. First this thing, then alpha square plus c alpha plus ab equal to 0. This is the second, this is the first. Okay guys, now if I subtract, means 2 minus 1, what I will get, okay, it should be 1 minus 2, doesn't matter, it will be more easier. Okay, b minus c into alpha plus c a minus ab equal to 0, right guys? B minus c, here alpha, and here what I will get, b minus c into a. Okay guys, so alpha, what we will get, alpha is equals to a. Now we got alpha is equals to a, so other root, how we will find the other root? Here alpha into beta, alpha beta are the two roots of this, so alpha into beta product should be c into a. Okay, so beta we will get, which will be c, right guys? Here it is a, this a will cancel out. Similarly in this equation, alpha into gamma will be ab, so here when we put, we will get gamma as b. Okay, so we got beta comma gamma as c comma b. Now the equation which will be formed will be b plus c x, okay, plus ab, but sorry, bc. Now but when you see the what they're telling, the equation will be formed which will be ax plus bc. What it tells that we have to substitute a to get this relation b plus c. Okay, so we will substitute in 1, means this one, put alpha is equals to a in 1. Okay guys, when we put alpha is equals to a square plus ba plus ca equal to 0. Okay, now if I move this here, b plus c minus a will cancel out. What I am getting, minus b plus c is a. So when I put this value here in this equation, what I will get, x square plus ax plus bc equal to 0, right guys? I will get this. So we are done with this question. Let's move on to next question, which is question number 28. Find all real values of x such that x minus 1 upon x the whole power 1 by 2 means under root plus 1 minus 1 upon x power 1 by 2 equal to x. So we want to find real values of this. Okay guys, now how we can proceed, this problem, squaring both side or other method, squaring both side or rationalization. So if rationalization, there is advantage if we rationalize. So let's rationalize. Okay, if we rationalize, what we will get, x minus 1 by x into 1 by 2 plus 1 minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2 into what, 1 x minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2 minus 1 minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2. Okay, and what we will get here will be x minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2 minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2 equal to x. So what we will get from here, we will get x minus 1 by x minus 1 minus 1 by x, and if I bring this x here, I can move this x here, x minus 1 upon x की power 1 by 2 minus 1 minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2. Okay guys, now you know this, these two terms will cancel out, and what we will get, x minus 1 upon x is equal to x minus 1 upon x की power 1 by 2 minus 1 minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2. If I call it 1, and now the given equation which is given is 1 upon x की power 1 by 2 from 1 minus 1 upon x की power 1 by 2 equal to x. If I write it as 2, and if we add these two, this means this term will cancel out, which will make our problem easier. So what we will get, x minus 1 upon x plus x. Okay, these two term will cancel out. What we will get, 2x minus 1 upon x the whole 1 by 2. Okay, this is the thing which we will get. Let it know how we can proceed further. Here it will become 1, and this will become 1 by x plus x equal to 2 into x minus 1 upon x की power 1 by 2. And now what, x minus 1 by x can be formed here too, and this will be 2 into x minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2. If you observe clearly, means observe, if you observe, you will come to know that if it is a square plus b square plus 2ab formula, and here a is under root x minus 1 by x while b is 1. Okay, so I bring this here. If I bring this here, it will be x minus 1 upon x minus 2 into x minus 1 by x की power 1 by 2 plus 1 equal to 0. Okay guys, what I am getting, I will write this it like this, sorry, minus 1 the whole square equal to 0. Now under root x minus 1 by x should be equal to 1, so x square minus 1 minus x should be 0. Okay, I just means this should be equal to 1, and squaring this, what we will get, it should be equal to 1. Okay, on moving further, x square minus x minus 1 should be equal to 0. Okay guys, what x I am getting, it is irrational, so it will be 1 plus minus under root 1 plus 4 upon 2, which I am getting plus minus under root 5 by 2. Now in under root, x value cannot be, means and cannot be negative because it is under root 5. So what we will take x value 1 plus under root 5 upon 2. Okay guys, this is our x value, and this value x is equals to 1 minus under root 5 by 2. We will cancel out this, means reject this, because in under root this x will not be satisfied. It should be equal to 1. We equated it, we got this term, which is x square minus x minus 1, and we calculate the x value, but when we place it in under root it should be equal to 1, which it will not satisfy. So moving on, next question, question number 29, which says find the maximum value of this x plus 1 upon x की power 6 minus x की power 6 plus 1 upon x की power 6 close bracket minus 2 upon x plus 1 upon x की power cube plus x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay, for x greater than 0. Now when we see such problem, we try to generate same terms so that we can take some terms t and solve. Okay, so can we make it x1 plus x cube? Yes, we can make it. How? X plus 1 upon x, I can write it as this. Okay, now if I open this, x power 6 minus 1 upon x power 6 minus 2. Okay, and this will be x plus 1 upon x the whole cube plus x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay, moving on further, x plus 1 upon x cube the whole square. This, if I take the minus whole common, what I can get? X raised to 6 plus 2 plus 1 x raised to 6. Okay, and 1 x plus 1 upon x the whole cube plus x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay guys, now don't you see it is x cube plus 1 upon x cube the whole square formula? Okay, so we will try to make it 1 upon x the whole cube square minus x cube plus 1 upon x cube the whole square, the whole upon x plus 1 upon x the whole cube plus x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay guys, so we got this term. Moving on further, okay, if I take it, okay, here we can apply a square minus b square. Okay, x plus 1 upon x plus x cube plus 1 upon x cube. We are getting the same term like this. Okay, and the other will be x plus 1 upon x minus x cube minus 1 upon x cube. Okay guys, now moving on ahead, what we are getting here, we have the same term 1 upon x the whole cube. Okay, sorry, this will be whole cube and this will be also whole cube. Okay, plus x cube plus 1 upon x cube. So these two terms will cancel out. Okay, I'm just cancelling it like this. So what we are getting finally, we are getting x plus 1 upon x the whole cube minus x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay, this term. Okay, now if I open this, what I will get? X cube plus 1 upon x cube plus 3 into x plus 1 by x. Okay, and this is minus x cube minus 1 upon x cube, and this whole is our function y. Okay, now y, these two terms will cancel out and we will left with 3 1 upon x. Okay, now I have used this concept earlier also, that x plus 1 upon x is greater than equal to 2 for x greater than 0. Okay, so for the its maximum value will be 2. Okay, so 3 into 2 will be equal, so this will be the minimum value. Okay, now why didn't I use? It will become indefinite. Its minimum value will be greater than equal to 2, so we got its minimum value, which will be greater than equal to 2, and 3 into 2 will be 6. Okay guys, so we got the minimum value of this. Okay, moving on further, we have this next question, which is find the product of the real roots of the equation x square plus 18x plus 30 equal to 2 into under root x square plus 18x plus 45. Now this under root term is our problem, so let's take it as x square as t. Okay, because if you observe clearly, you will come to know x square plus 18x plus 30, and if I take it as t, I can make it's similar to this by taking 15 that side. Okay, so this term inside can be created like this. Now if I take a t, then x square plus 18x plus 45 equal to t square. So we can create this, which will be x square plus 18x plus 30, that is the advantage of taking it as t square minus 15. Okay guys, now what I'm getting, t square minus 15, I can write it like this. This will be 2 into t, t square minus 15 minus 2t should be equal to 0. Okay, now when we solve it, we will get t minus 5 and t plus 3 equal to 0. Okay, t minus 5, t plus 3. Okay, now t equals to 5 and t equals to minus 3, but t is equals to minus 3 is not valid because in under root it is always positive. Okay, so t equals to 5 is the only solution. Okay, so when we equate it to, that is this x square plus 18x plus 45, equate it to 5, then square it, then we will get plus 18x plus 45 equal to 25. Moving on further, we will get 18x plus, if we subtract this, what we will get left with, we will left with 20 equal to 0. Okay, now we wanted the product of real roots, so this is the real root, t equals to 5, and this will satisfy this, and this will give us real roots of this equation. So this is the equation which have real roots. Okay guys, now it in the starting question they have told the product of the real roots, and why means product of the real roots, you don't need to find its roots. Instead of that, because its roots will be irrational. Okay, now irrational. Okay, now you don't need to find its root. Instead, what you should do, you need product of the root. Just check alpha into beta should be 20. Okay, if you are finding the root, then you are wasting your time. Okay guys, so we are done with question number 30. We will move on to next question, which is question number 31. Let alpha, beta and gamma are the roots of the cubic x cube minus 3x square plus 1 equal to 0. Find a cubic whose roots are alpha upon alpha minus 2, gamma beta upon beta minus 2, and gamma upon gamma minus 2. Hence, or otherwise find the value of alpha minus 2, beta minus 2, gamma minus 2. Okay, now how can we proceed? Now this type of question we have means you will see many times when you solve Cengage books. They have given it many times, means such problems are repeated. I think this question is also repeated from solve example. Okay, but before doing it, let's see how we can proceed such problem. In such problems, they will give you a equation. Okay, and they will tell you its roots are alpha, beta and gamma, and the other means they will tell you find this equation in terms, means its root will be there. Okay, then what is the basic approach? Just take it as t, means assume that cubic equation will be formed, will be t. Okay, we'll have t roots. Okay, we'll have means t means t in terms of t roots. Okay, t1 plus 1, t plus 2, as something like that. Okay, so if we means it wants a equation whose roots are this, so we will take it as t. Okay, t is this root, but we know alpha, beta, gamma belong to this root. Okay, so in such type of problem, in general they will give a equation whose root will be alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and they will tell you to find a equation whose roots will be in terms of alpha minus 2, beta minus something like that. Like here you can see it is like this: alpha upon minus 1, beta minus 2 plus gamma minus 2. So here the roots will be alpha minus 2, comma beta minus 2 and gamma minus 2. Okay, the other root will be alpha. So we want to find, so we will take it so alpha minus beta, alpha upon alpha minus 2, we will take it as t and find its relation in terms of t. Okay, so if I multiply it, we will get alpha into t minus 2t. Okay, now if I take 2t here and alpha t minus alpha here, 2t upon t minus 1 will be alpha. Okay guys, so we got alpha. Okay, we got alpha. They will give you alpha comma beta and an equation, and they will tell you to find a cubic equation whose roots whose roots will be related like this. Alpha minus means this root means from these roots will be related to roots of this equation which will be given. So we will assume the means quadratic equation which should be formed has root t, but we know its roots are given alpha upon alpha minus 2. We will try to find the general t or alpha for this. Okay, so we got alpha. Okay guys, now if but we know alpha is the root of this. Okay, so we will put it, and we know t is the root of this. Okay, this cubic equation which we need to find. When we place alpha here, which will be 2t upon t minus 1 the whole cube. Okay guys, minus 3 into 2t upon t minus 1 plus 1 equal to 0. When we will it will become 2t cube minus 3 into 2t into t minus 1 the whole square plus t minus 1 the whole cube. I have multiplied throughout by t minus 1 cube. Okay, so I am left with here 8t cube minus 6t into t square minus 2t plus 1 t cube minus 1 minus 3 t into t plus 1. Okay, okay, t plus 1. Now how we can proceed further? Okay, now moving on, now we have to solve it, which will be a t cube minus 6t cube plus 12t square minus 6t, and here will be t cube minus 1 minus 3t square minus 3t. Okay guys, now let's this will cancel out 2t cube, and okay, and here 1 t cube is also there. Okay, now t square and minus 3t square, so 9t square. Now minus 60 minus 3t means minus 90, and we will left with minus 1 equal. So this is the equation whose roots are alpha upon alpha minus 2. Okay, you can replace t by x, so it is like that same. Okay, now we want to find the value of alpha minus 2, beta minus 2, gamma minus 2. When such things they will give you in product, don't you think you can apply the same approach? Means you have to find, just think like that. It is a cubic equation, just take it as alpha beta gamma. So what they are telling, to form an equation whose product is like this, but you know alpha beta gamma. From this alpha beta gamma, let us take as t1 t2 t3. t1 t2 t3 are the roots of an equation which we need to form. So if we form that equation, the product of the roots t1 t2 t3 will be this value. But from where we can form this equation? Using this, because alpha beta gamma are roots of this. So similarly here we will take, let's take it as t again. Okay, if I t it, we will get again alpha t plus 2, but we will tell that alpha is the root of this. So what we will get? T plus 2 the whole cube minus 3, t plus 2 the whole square plus 1 equal to 0. If I apply it, t cube plus 8 plus 3 into 2t, t plus 2 minus 3 into t square plus 2t plus 1 equal to 0. Moving on further, t cube plus 8 plus 6t into t plus 2 minus 3t square minus 6t minus 3 plus 1 equal to 0. We will get t cube plus 8 plus 6t square plus 12 minus 3t square minus 6t minus 3 plus 1 equal to 0. Now let's check the terms. T cube is the only term. Here we will be left with 3t square. Okay, minus 60 and another t, no, minus 60 only. Now 8 plus 12 plus 1, 20, 21, 21. Okay, okay, shit, this is minus, so this will become minus 60, and when we multiply it will be minus 60, and it will be minus 12. Okay, now when, sorry, we did a mistake, so which will give us, here we have minus 6, and here it will be, wait, let me write it again, it will be t cube minus 9t square. Okay, and here 8 plus 1 9, but it will be minus 3. Okay, so we got product of the root will be, its roots are alpha minus 2, beta minus 2, gamma minus 2, which we took as t. So its product will be, which will be alpha minus 2, beta minus 2, gamma minus 2, which will be minus times minus 3. Okay, because in cubic equation first it is negative, positive, negative, so minus into minus 3, which will be 3. Okay, hope you have understand this problem. This type of problems are common, means you will see many times, and they call it tough. If you have seen such problems, they can make you any number of equations, they can tell you find the products in terms of this. So you have to understand how to approach problems. Some problems, means most of the problems, have fixed approaches. Okay, if you have solved those problems, you will definitely solve. If they suddenly appear you have not solved, then it will take a lot of time, even for a smart or above average student. Okay guys, let's move on. So we are on question number 32, which is as follow. If alpha comma beta are roots of the equation x square minus 2x minus a square plus 1 equal to 0, and gamma comma delta are the roots of the equation, okay, roots of the equation x square minus 2 into a plus 1 x plus a into a minus 1 equal to 0, such that, okay, such that alpha comma beta belongs to gamma comma delta, then find the value of a. Okay, now what you can see, it is telling alpha comma beta belongs to gamma comma delta. Okay, so if alpha comma beta are the roots of this, then they should lie in the range of gamma comma delta. Okay, it is like that. So if I find alpha comma beta, it is, listen, if it is a quadratic equation, its root will be alpha comma beta, like this. Okay, okay, let me make another diagram, because this diagram, okay, listen, if I make this, okay, this, and I make it again like this. Okay, if I have alpha comma beta as this alpha beta, then they are telling it will lie between gamma and delta, which is root of this. Okay, you are understanding what I am telling? So you can see what are the condition. We will apply the simplest condition which is possible, that f of this alpha of alpha, f of beta should be less than 0. If I apply this, these two separate condition will give us the a range. Okay, okay guys, so let's do this. Okay, okay, so let's check what we, okay, let's find alpha comma beta, which we can find by applying x is equals to 2. We will get plus minus under root 4 minus 4 into 1 minus a square, right guys? So upon 2, which will give us 1 plus minus, okay, 2 upon 2 under root of 4 minus 4, okay, plus 4 a square, which will give us now 1 plus minus under root a square, which will be 1 plus minus a. Now you can just tell by looking this graph alpha, so alpha will be 1 minus a, and this will be 1 plus a. Okay guys, okay, now what are the condition, that f of 1 minus a should be less than 0. But f of 1 minus a, where we will put it? We will put it in here, because it belongs to gamma comma delta. In location of root, they have taught you by telling that if these two roots belong under this, then how we can solve them. Okay guys, so it is similar like that, but they have given in, just to make you scared, they have given the quadratic equation that these roots lie in the range of these quadratic roots. Okay, like that. So we will put it here, which will give us 1 minus a the whole square minus 2 into a plus 1 into 1 minus a, okay, plus a into a minus 1 should be less than 0, right guys? 1 minus 2a plus a square, okay, minus 2, here we can apply a minus 1 minus a square, which will, here we will get a square minus a should be less than 0. Moving on further, 1 minus 2a plus a square minus 2 plus 2a square plus a square minus a should be less than 0. Now this okay, here I have a square, I will get 4a square. Okay guys, 4a square, this a square, this a square, and this a square. Now for a term, it has minus 3a okay, and what we have, -1, okay, should be less than 0. Okay, now can we get something here? Yes, 4a square minus 3a minus 1. If we solve it, we will get 4a plus 1a minus 1 should be less than 0. Now what can we conclude from this? If we plot this, we will get a belongs to -1/4 to 1. Okay guys, this is the first. Okay, now let's find the second, which is f of 1 plus a should be less than 0. Again, why less than 0? Because if we put it here, okay, if we put it, it will give negative value. Okay, now f of 1 plus a, which will, if I directly put it and open it, it will be 1 plus 2a plus a square. Okay, minus 2 into this will again form 1 plus a square, which will be a square plus 2a plus 1. I'm doing a little faster. Okay, a square minus a should be less than 0. Now minus 2a square, and here I have a square. These two terms will cancel out. Here I have minus 4a, and here I have 2a. Okay, here I have minus 3a. Here I get a, and here I get minus 5a. Right, minus 5. Okay, a minus 3a will be minus 3a. Okay, minus 3a and minus 2. 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2. Wait, 1 minus 2 minus 1. Okay, 1 minus 2 minus 1. So it should be less than 0. What we are getting? A should be greater than. Wait a minute. Let me multiply it by 3a plus 1 should be greater than 0. A should be greater than -1/3. Okay, guys. So we got this. A should be greater than -1/3. Now let's see. Now just tell me which value, means this value is greater or this value greater. If we divide it, we will get 0.20. If we divide it, 0.3. Okay, so 0.2 will be greater than 0.3. So a belongs to -1/4 to 1. Okay guys, so this was question. They have just did nothing, but they have told you this quadratic equation roots like this just to scare you. The concept will be same, just they have twisted this question by adding quadratic equation. Okay, nothing much. You have to find the means point in which they lie just from this equation, which is b square minus d minus b plus minus under root d by 2a. Okay, like the way you find roots. Okay, moving on further, we have question number 33. Okay, question number 33. It says two roots of a biquadratic x raised to 4 minus 18x cube plus 4kx square plus 200x minus 1984 equal to 0 have their product equal to -32. Find the value of k. Okay, so what thing I can tell? Alpha, beta, gamma, comma, delta are the roots. Let 4 roots it have, and it will be negative, positive, negative, positive. So it will -1984 only, and they have given you, let's take alpha, comma, beta, product they have -32. So gamma, comma, delta I can have 62 if I put. Okay, now right now 32 62, right? Okay, so we got. Now if I try to make two equations like x square plus px, one I have -32 as product, and the other I have x square plus qx plus 62 as its root, should be equal to 0. Now after multiplying I should get this. So let's multiply x raised to 4 plus qx cube plus 62x square. Okay guys, plus px cube plus pqx square plus p62x. okay, now I'm doing it here, minus 32x square minus 32qx plus here I will get the same 1984 should be equal to 0. Now let's arrange the terms. X raised to 4 plus, now cubic term, it will be p plus q. Any more term? Cubic terms, any these two terms. After this we don't have any term. Okay, the after this what we have, 62 we have, and minus 32, which will give us 30. Okay, 30, then here what we have 62p x square term, no? Okay, x square pq, so it will be pq plus 30, okay, which will be x square. Okay, now in here what we have 62p minus 32q x, in the end we have 1984 equal to 0. Now what we can compare from this, p plus q should be equal to minus 18, first thing. Second thing, we got this one equation. Second thing, we can get pq plus 30 should be equal to k. This is the second equation which we need to find k value. And the third equation is 62p minus 32q should be equal to 200. This is 3. Okay, now if I put p value here, okay, q value, what I will get, 32 into minus 18 minus p, okay, equals to 200. After solving this, what I am getting, 47, we have 47p, okay, 47p, 47, 32, p will be minus 62 minus 32, 30, okay, it should be 30, okay, it should be 30. And after solving this, what I am getting, 40p, wait, 62 minus plus 32p, and here what I have, 16 into 18 into 32, wow, wait, 32, wait, we can reduce. Why do so many work? We can reduce this equation by dividing it by 2, which will give us 31p minus 16q equals 200. And now if I put the value, which will make my job easier, minus 18 minus p, okay, is equals to 100. Now 16 plus 31, 47p, and if I multiply this, what I will get, okay, plus 288, okay, is equals to 100. So we got p equals to minus 188 upon 47, which will give us p equals to minus 4. Okay, when we got, if we put p equals to minus 4 here, we will get q equals to minus 14. So when we got p into q, you can just put the values, that is minus 4 into minus 14 plus 30 should be equal to k from 2, okay, and get the k value. Okay guys, (56 plus 30 equals to k), and which will be 86. K will be 86. Okay guys, so we are done with question number 33. Let's move on. How we proceeded. This question was quite interesting. It teaches you a lot how to deal with a 4-power quadratic equation, means biquadratic equations. Okay, how you can compare them to find some values. If they told you in this question, what you have learned, if they will tell you to find any value from a quadratic equation which is given, which is power of cubic or something like that, you can use this concept if the product is given. Okay, let's move on to next question, which is question number 34. Suppose a cubic polynomial f of x equal to x cube plus px square plus qx plus 72 is divisible by both x square plus ax plus b and x square plus bx plus a. Now it is divisible by both. A quadratic equation, if I tell a cubic equation is divisible by both, you will tell it will, if they both can divide a cubic equation, okay, what that means, they have one root common in between them. Okay, this information is very crucial. Find the sum of the square of the roots of the cubic polynomial. Okay, so we will assume the let's first find the common root. Okay, now if let alpha be common root, common root. Okay guys, alpha be common root of x square plus ax plus b and x square plus bx plus a. Okay, now alpha is the common root of this. Now if I subtract, means what I can write, alpha square plus a alpha plus b equal to 0, this equation, and what I can add, alpha square plus b alpha plus a equal to 0, this thing. If I subtract, means let take it as 1, take it as 2, 1 minus 2, what I am getting, a minus b into alpha plus b minus a equal to 0. So alpha I am getting 1. So this one should be root of this polynomial. So let's take roots of this polynomial as alpha, beta, comma gamma, in which alpha we have 1. So alpha, comma beta, comma gamma are the root of this polynomial. Okay, moving on further, what we can do. Okay, so divisible by this. Okay, if I can divide, means if a cubic equation can be divided by this equation. Okay, what that means, its two roots coexist with them, means their two roots are same as like that. Okay, but let's listen, they have one root common. If it has one root alpha and one root beta, okay, this has one root alpha and this root has one root gamma, alpha root is same, beta and gamma will be the next two roots of this equation because they can divide. If they both can divide, then all means they all will have, means the cubic which will be divided by that will have same root as that equations which are dividing them. If you divide a 4 power equation by x raised to 2 power equation, means second order equation, you say that the second order equation have means the 4 power equation has two roots same as that second order equation. The same concept is here, like, so these means the left two roots will also be the roots of this. Let's find them. If the product of this, let me take as beta, so alpha into beta should be b product of the root. So if alpha is 1, so beta will be b. Okay, and now similarly alpha into gamma from here should be a, and alpha is 1, so gamma will be a. Okay, so what are the roots of this cubic equation? 1, a means b or a. Okay guys, now what they are telling, they are telling to find 1 square plus b square plus a square. What it will be, 1 plus b plus a the whole square minus 2 into ab plus a plus b. Okay, now if 1 is the root of this equation, from this equation x square plus b x plus a. Okay guys, so it should be equal to 0 at x is equals to 1. So what, whenever I place 1 plus b should be equal to 0, b plus a should be equal to minus 1. Okay guys, so we got this, let me take as 1. So we got one value b plus a, which was here our problem. Now we want to find this a into b. How we can find this? Now if I take the product of, means this product, alpha beta gamma of this cubic equation, it should be negative, positive, negative, minus 72. So I have, it will be a into b, it is 1, it is a into b, minus 72, we got a into b, which was our problem. Now alpha plus a plus b we have, so we will play, means put all the values, 1 plus 1 minus 1 the whole square minus 2 into ab we have minus 72, a plus b is minus 1. Okay, this will become 0, minus 2 into minus 73, 146. So we have our final value is 146, which was the required thing. So let's move on to next question, question number 35, which is as find the values of k so that the quadratic equation x square plus 2 into k minus 1 x plus k plus 5 equal to 0 has at least one positive root. At least, it is telling at least, means two positive roots will also work. Okay guys, two positive roots will also work. Okay, now what do you mean by at least? At least means 1, it should have minimum 1. Okay, means positive root, what do you mean by positive? Positive root means root after 0. Okay, this the basic thing which you should keep in mind while solving such question. When they tell you find positive roots, such stuff, then just take. So what are the two conditions? If the quadratic equation is like this, then and 0, then it's one root beta and alpha. Here beta will be positive, and the second condition which can be like this, if 0 is here, here both roots are positive, it will also work because it is telling at least. Okay, so if I apply f of 0 less than 0 here, what I am getting, put x is equals to 0, k plus 5 should be less than 0, so k should be less than minus 5. Okay, now from here, in such thing, which conditions occur? This condition, d should be greater than equal to 0, minus b by 2a should be greater than 0, ff this, and if I put here, it will go here, means positive value f of 0. D should be minus b by 2a will be here, which should be greater than 0, and d should be greater than, because it has two roots, okay, real roots. So we will solve it. Let's solve this. So f of 0 we will get same, f of k5, this condition should be greater than 0, we will get k greater than minus 5. Okay, there are different cases. This was case 1, this is case 2. Okay, moving on further, when we say d greater than 0, so 4 into k minus 1 the whole square minus 4 into k plus 5 should be greater than 0. So what we are getting, k square minus 2k plus 1 minus k minus 5 should be greater than 0, k square minus 3k minus 4, okay, should be greater than 0. What we are getting from here, k minus 4, k plus 1 should be greater than 0, so k belongs to minus infinity to minus 1, sorry, union 4 to infinity, we got this value. And the last condition is minus b by 12. Let me do it here. This case is okay, minus b by 2a should be greater than 0, which is minus 2 into k minus 1 upon 2 should be greater than 0, which will give us k minus 1 should be less than 0, k should be less than 1, so k belongs to minus infinity to 1. Now if I take all the values here, it is telling here I have minus 1, 4, and then I have 1, okay, then I have here minus 5, it is telling greater than 5, I have not placed, okay, this telling, sorry, this is telling from 1, and this is telling minus infinity to minus 1, union 4 to infinity, sorry, it will be included, we have d greater than equal to 0, sorry, it will be close, it will be close. Okay, now what you see here, what you can conclude from this all three, then we will take union of all of them. So it tells should be less than 1 minus infinity to 1, okay, while the other tells k should be greater than minus 5. And then if I take all these things, we can say k belongs to minus 5 to minus 1, okay, minus 5 to minus 1. So we got this from case 2. Let it call as a, and we will call it b, and what this tells, it should be minus infinity to minus 5. If I take union of a and a union b, what I will get, k belongs to minus infinity to minus 1, where a is included, minus 1 is included. Okay, so we are done with this question number 35. Let's move on to next question, which is question number 6. Now you should know the basic law. Let me solve this. Okay, find the value of what we can, find the value of b for which the equation 2 into log 1 upon log base 1 by 25 into bx plus 28 should be equal to minus log power base 5 e power 12 minus 4x minus x square has only one solution. What do you mean by one solution? One solution means d should be equal to 0. Okay, d should be equal to 0. Now we can do this thing, bx plus 28. You should know basic log, otherwise you will not be able to proceed this. So before solving this, you should know logarithmic chapter. So by equality we can write this 4x minus x square. Further we can write this 4 plus bx minus, if I do minus of this, I will get 16 equal to 0. Now what condition it has given us? But before doing that, let's see. We know d equal to 0 is a condition, but before doing that, we know in log, if anything is placed in this, means in the base power, it should be greater than 0. Okay, this thing is taught in quadratic, means logarithmic. So bx plus 28x should be greater than 0, one condition, and the other condition should be 12 minus 4x minus x square should be greater than 0. So which can write 4x minus 12 should be greater than 0, which will be x minus x plus 6, x minus 2 should be less than 0. So x belongs to minus 6 to 2. We got this. From here we cannot do anything until I know b nature. So we will proceed on to further, which is d equal to 0. When we will do this, what we are getting, 16 plus b square plus 8b, 64 should be equal to 0, which is giving us plus 8b minus 48 should be equal to 0. Okay, what we can do, it can be b plus 12, b minus 4 should be equal to 0. So b equals to minus 12, b equals to 4, and I okay. Now what we can do, let's verify this value. B equals to, put b equals to 4 and check these values. If we put b equals to 4 in, let me call this as a, in a, what we get x square plus 8b. Okay, 8b plus 16 equal to 0, which will give us, okay, it is a perfect square. So we are getting x is equals to minus 4, which, and we have already found the range of x from this. So x value should lie this. When I put this b value, the value of x which I get should lie in this, will tell us whether the b is right or wrong. So it is telling b equals to minus 4, which is valid, and it is value. Let's put b equals to minus 12. We don't know b value. Okay, so b equals to minus 2. When I put what I get from here, it will be minus 8x plus 16 equal to 0, which will again form a perfect square, but in terms of x minus 4. And now we will get x is equals to 4, which does not belong to x, belongs to minus 6 to 2. So this value will be rejected. Now let's move on further. Here there is no space, so I'm taking one question paper from, okay, I'm taking extra sheet from here. Now let's see, listen. Now what we can do, what they have told you, that b x is equals to 4 is not valid. Now they are telling we have one solution for two quadratic equation. For one solution to exist, either they can lie from minus 6 to 2 in this way, or they can either lie where one is here, another is placed in here. So f of 6 is equals to 0, minus 6 is equals to 0, or the third condition which can exist here, it will can be like this, that minus 6 lies here and 2 lies here. So f of minus 6 is equals to 0 can also satisfy the condition. What it means, if it is on that, it means f of 2 should be equal to 0 on the endpoints. While if it is in between, what is the condition for this? For this, the condition is f of minus 6 into f of 2 should be less than 0. Okay, both should be less than 0. Okay, but what is the condition for them? Means for this, it is f of minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so we will verify these conditions. Okay, so let's test these conditions which we need to verify. So f of minus 6 into f of minus 6 and f of 2 should be less than equal to 0, because it can also be f of minus 6 equal to 0. So we'll use this condition. Okay, so it should be less than equal, because it is negative, and it can give f of minus 6 equal to 0, it can give f of 2 equals to 0, so it can be equal to 0. Although if this was the only condition, we would have used this, f of minus 6 into f of 2 should be less than 0. So you must know the possible situations which can occur. Okay, so don't use this, otherwise you will get wrong answer. Okay, so it is a J advanced level question. Okay, so when you place f of minus 6, let me find first f of minus 6 separately, which will be from which equation we will find? From this equation, x square plus from this. So it will give us let me solve 16. So 36 plus plus 4 plus b into minus 6 plus 16 equal to 0. 36 plus 16, and we are getting minus 6b plus 28. Okay, when I place f of 2, we get 4 plus 2b plus 8 plus 16, which will lead us 2b plus 28. Okay, now when I combine this minus 6b plus 28 into 2b plus 28 should be less than equal to 0. When I take 2 common, what I get? b plus 14 and multiply it by 2. So what I get? 3b plus 14 should be greater than 0. Okay, now this one, if I take 2 common from here, it will become minus 3. Okay, I have just taken 2 common from here, 2 common from here, 2 common from here. Okay, and multiplied by minus, which will give me 3b, it will be minus 14. It will become b plus 14 and it will be 3b minus 14 should be greater than equal to 0. When we do this, what we get? b belongs from minus infinity to minus 14 included union 14 by 3 to infinity. Now we want to verify these endpoints, so put b is equals to minus 14. Okay, put b is equals to minus 14. What we are getting? X square minus 10x plus 16 is equals to 0. Put it here. So what we are getting? X minus 8, x minus 2. So x is equals to 8 and x is equals to, both points are not included in this, x minus 6 to 2. And the other condition was bx plus 28, but we know this condition is not satisfied, so the next condition will, there is no need of checking that. Now let's verify b is equals to 14 by 3. Okay, when we put b is equals to 14 by 3, what we get? X square plus 14 by 3 plus 4 into x plus 16 equal to 0. Okay, x square plus 14 12 by 3 into x plus 16 equal to 0. 3x square 26 x plus 18 98 should be equal to 0. Okay, oh sorry, 48, damn, 48 should be equal to 0. Now we need to find these roots. Okay, we should get a number which on wait a minute, 14. Okay, which on multiplying we should get 144. Okay, 144 we should get, and on adding we should get let's check its d. 26 square minus b. Okay, 26 square d minus 4 is c. Okay, this point is valid. We have checked 26 minus 48. You can verify. It needs it requires d value. We have to check d value and all that. Okay, which will require more stuff. So I have checked it. It is valid. Okay, you can verify these two conditions. Okay, so b is equals to 14 by 3 is valid. Okay, you can check similarly like this. Now, and this is not valid, so what we will say? Minus infinity to minus 14. This is not valid, but this is valid. 14 by 3 infinity. If you do this, your question will be wrong, because we have separately found that b equals to 4 also satisfy this equation. So b will be also included, comma, b will be also included, union, just add union. Okay, 4 will be also included. So we are done with question number 36, which was a good question, okay, of advanced level. Okay, so let's move on to next question. Okay, let's move on to next question, which is as follow. Find the complete set of real values of a for which both roots of the quadratic equation a square minus 6a plus 5 into x square minus under root a square plus 2ax plus 6a minus a square minus 8 equal to 0 lie on either side of the origin. On either side of the origin. So you know roots lie on either side of origin. You know there is only one condition, which is f of 0 should be less than 0. If you directly go on applying this condition, your answer will be wrong, because there is a trap. When you apply this condition, there is one more condition, which is this. Okay, but mostly you apply this and you forget this, so keep in mind this is also a condition. So before doing this, just check this condition. So how you can get this condition? Just divide by a square minus 6a plus 5 so that a becomes 1. Okay, when we divide it, we get this a square plus 2ax upon a square minus 6a plus 5. Okay, plus 6a minus a square minus 8 upon a square minus 6a plus 5 should be equal to 0. Now apply f of 0 should be less than 0. If I apply, this whole term will become 0. I will be left with 6a minus a square minus 8 upon a square minus 6a plus 5 should be less than 0. If I multiply it, because a square is negative, square minus 6a plus 8 should be greater than 0 upon a square minus 6a plus 5. Now what are its roots? Its roots are a minus 4, a minus 2, a minus 5, a minus 1. If I now I will solve by Wavy curve, because there are a lot of numbers. 4 2 1 5, 1 2 4 5, positive negative positive negative positive. So a belongs from minus infinity to 1 union 2 to 4 union 5 to infinity. Okay, this question was easy, just you need to remember this condition. If you forget this condition, you are gone, means you lost a good question, means you lost a free marks. It will be like that. Okay, and I have already told you these conditions while solving many problems in single as well as earlier while solving extra questions. Okay, teacher don't teach this condition, they just make you learn f of 0 should be less than 0 when there is a point between two roots. Okay, now question number 39. Okay, question number 39, let me check question number 38 is here, then question number 39. Okay, question number 38 is if g of x equals to x cube plus px square plus qx plus r, where p comma q and r are integers, if g of 0 and g of minus 1 and both are odd, then prove that the equation g of x equal to 0 cannot have three integral roots. Okay, now what they have given, just check. F of 0, what we have, f of 0 r, it is odd. F of g of minus 1, it is minus 1. Okay, plus p minus q plus r, this is odd. Now if it is odd, okay, then minus p plus p minus q should be even, because even plus odd is odd. If you add two odd, it will become even. Okay, on this concept we get that it is even. If it is even, if you subtract one number from even, like 4 minus 1, it will become odd. So p minus q should be odd. Okay, so this is means above JEE Mains level question. Okay, this they can add on extra to make it of JEE Advanced level. Okay, this is odd. Now what they have given us and some extra information, x gx cube plus y p. Okay, now what we can do further? Alpha means product of the root. Let's take alpha beta gamma are the roots. then product of the roots, negative, positive, negative, it will be minus r. And we have told that r is negative. What does it means? Means all alpha, beta, gamma roots are odd. Okay, these three are odd. Now similarly, alpha plus beta plus gamma should be minus p. Okay, and with the, if you add two term odd, it will become even, and even plus odd is odd. So p is also odd. P is odd. We came to know this. Okay, now moving on further, alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha, which is q. Okay, which is q. Now these two terms, odd into odd, odd into odd, and this two will form odd. Okay, multiplication of odd into odd will be odd only. Okay, so 3 will be odd. When odd, adding them, it will form odd. So q is odd. But wait, p minus q is odd. Okay, if p is odd like 5 and q is odd like 3, 5 minus 3 is 2, which is even. But we have told that p minus q is odd. So the condition doesn't satisfy. So the alpha, beta, gamma cannot be integral roots. Okay, so alpha, beta, gamma cannot be integral roots. Okay, this was more testing your brain level. Okay, brain level question. You must means you, in such questions you cannot on the spot understand like this I have to do. Okay, you have to go through these questions, means they will come across you. You have to think, okay, in such questions I have to approach like this. Okay, develop a approach. Okay, instead of if directly they ask you such question, it will become a problem for even a smart guy. Okay, if they don't have seen such problems even once and they directly come to know such problem appear in front of them, it will take a time for them to understand an approach, which will cause a lot of time in examination, which is very important to save your time in such examination. Okay, let's move on to question number 39. Let p of x equals to x square plus bx plus c, where b and c are integers. If p of x is a factor of both x raised to 4 plus 6x square plus 25 and 3x raised to 4 plus 4x square plus 28x plus 5. Okay, now it is telling that p of x is a quadratic equation, and these two means b and c, and p of means it is factor of this. Okay, now it is a factor. Listen, if these two, if it can divide these two, okay, and if I divide this by this, then the common part means p of x will come out. Okay, because they will, it is like telling they have given 6 and they have given 12 and 2 is divisible by them, so there will be 2 in both of them. So which will be p of x? I am telling that. So if I divide, which one is easier to divide? Okay, I will divide this by this. Okay, so 3x की power 4 plus 4x square. It is your basic class 10 thing. If you have forgot, then this question you are done with. You cannot solve this further if you are not able to click this. Okay, so what I will do is 3x raised to 4 18x square plus 75 minus we are done. Okay, here we will have minus 14x square. Okay, plus 28x minus 70. Okay, now we are done. So f of x is this, p of x we have got. We know that p of x, this is the common part in both. Now but p of x is not given in this format. P of x is given in the format x square plus bx plus c. How can bring this? We know how can bring this in p of x format by taking minus 14 common. Take 14 common, it will become minus 2x plus 5. Now you can clearly see that p of x is x square minus 2x plus 5. Now find the value of p of 1. So p of 1 will be what? 1 minus 2 plus 3, which will give us 4 minus 2. Okay, so we are done with all subjective problems. In the next video we will start with previous year question, and after we are done with previous year question we will back on Cengage, which have very less problems, and then we will move on to sequence and series. Thank you. See you in next video.